O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel.
The Legend of the Donkey, a Mexican folktale adapted by Georgine Curry. A small boy and a very old donkey walked sadly down a long dirt road. The donkey had been the boy's pet and best friend for many years, but now that the donkey was old, he could no longer do any work. The boy's father had ordered him to take the donkey into town and sell him to the tanner for 2 silver coins. The boy had pleaded with his father to spare the pet, but it was no use. The boy and the donkey walked very slowly now, trying to postpone their last goodbye. "No matter what father says," the boy said to the donkey, patting his long nose, "I think you are the most noble beast, fit for a king to ride." The donkey looked sadly at his little friend, as though he knew where their footsteps would lead. When they reached the tanner's, the boy could no longer hold back his tears. He buried his face in the donkey's fur and wept bitterly. A kind stranger tapped the boy on the shoulder and startled him. "Excuse me," the stranger said. "My wife and I are going on a long journey, and she's going to have a baby soon. She is not able to walk the many miles to Bethlehem. Is that animal for sale?" The boy's eyes brightened. "Oh, yes," he exclaimed. "I can sell you this fine beast for only 2 silver coins, and he is most strong. You will be very pleased." The man said, scratching his bearded chin. "I wish I had 2 silver coins, but I'm afraid all I have to spare is this 1 copper coin. I guess I'll have to look elsewhere." When he began to walk away, the boy said, "Wait, sir. I really shouldn't do this because my father is expecting 2 silver coins, but you look like a nice man, and I know you'll be kind to him. I'll take the 1 copper coin and figure out some way to explain it to my father." "Are you sure?" asked the man. He nodded enthusiastically. The man dropped the copper coin into his hand, and he slipped it into his pocket. "Thank you, sir," he said, "but could you please spare me a few moments with him alone? I want to say goodbye." The kind stranger smiled and said, "Of course, I will go to get my wife. You stay here with the donkey." After he had left, the boy whispered into the donkey's ear, "I know you don't want to leave me, but he is such a nice man. I know he will be good to you. Now just take care of yourself, and remember what I told you before. You are a most noble beast, fit for a king to ride. Be proud and strong." He patted the donkey's head as the stranger returned with a very beautiful lady. "This is my wife Mary," he said. The boy thought he had never seen such a gentle face. "We must be going now," she said. "We have many miles to travel." The man helped Mary onto the donkey's back, and they headed down the road to Bethlehem. As the boy watched them fade out of sight, he thought the old donkey had a brand new pride in his step. Then he remembered the copper coin in his pocket. With a sense of dread, he headed down the road toward home. He walked slowly, trying hard to think of what to say to his father. Before long, the sun went down, but as he walked along, he noticed a brilliant shining star that gloriously illuminated the night sky. He thought it odd that he had never noticed this bright star before. It seemed to be in the direction of Bethlehem, where his beloved donkey was headed this very night. He heaved a sigh and took the copper coin out of his pocket. He held it up to the bright starlight so he could get a better look at it. How would he ever explain this to his father? As the starlight hit the copper coin, it sparkled like gold. He dropped the coin back into his pocket and walked on sadly. As soon as he entered the house, his father asked, "Well, did you sell the donkey like I asked?" "Yes, father," he replied, reaching into his pocket for the coin. "But I didn't get 2 pieces of silver for him. I got this instead." He held up the coin and stared at it in surprise and disbelief. It was a gold coin, worth much, much more than 2 pieces of silver. The boy's father was so excited about the gold coin, He didn't even ask him to explain how he got so much for the old donkey. And the boy was glad about that, because it would be very difficult indeed to explain how on that magical night the splendid star over Bethlehem had turned a copper coin into a pure gold one.
O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captives